Where do expats think they get the most bang for their buck? Internations took a poll among expats and gave them 52 destinations to rank, and here are the top 10. The rankings were based on 3 criteria. One was their general satisfaction with their financial situation. Number 2 was how satisfied they were with the general cost of living. And third was their disposable income sufficient for them to lead a comfortable life in that destination. So the top 10 were, starting from 10, Portugal. 9 was China. 8 is Taiwan. 7th was the Philippines. 6 was India. 5 was Malaysia. 4th was Thailand, one of my favorites. 3rd was Indonesia. Coming in 2nd was Mexico, an expat favorite. And the number 1 destination that expats rate as where their money goes the furthest is Vietnam. What's your experience as an expat?
I just moved to Switzerland, and here are some of the craziest laws that I found out about, mostly the hard way. Number 1, Sundays are sacred days protected by law. If you make noise, you will be fined. That means you can't make music, you can't listen to TV too loud, you can't throw a party, you can't vacuum clean your house, you can't run the dishwasher, you can't even go take the trash out on Sundays, or you will be fined. Switzerland is cat friendly, not dog friendly, which means if you have a dog, you will get taxed, which is up to $180 to $200 per year. It's also illegal to import or bring in dogs with cropped ears or cropped tails because they see this as animal cruelty, which I think is a really good thing. But made things really difficult because I've got an Australian Shepherd, which is from a farm, literal farm in Virginia, and normally farm dogs will have their tails cropped when they're puppies, and obviously never had a say in that, never knew much about the process, and didn't think much of it until I was moving, and it was a huge drama. Finally, my favorite, it's illegal to go hiking naked. That's right, you have to wear clothes if you're going naked, which means if you wanted to enjoy that crisp alpine air on your body as you're hiking, you could get fined by authorities, or you could even go to jail. Let me know if you have any specific questions, and follow me for more about my Swiss adventure.
Being that friend that moved to London is so funny, because with some people it's like, oh, hello, can I stay at your house for free and not pay for accommodation when I come to London, and I haven't seen them in 3 years. And with some people it's like they post a story or a post in London, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck? You're in my city and you didn't say anything. What is this?
So I've been living in Cabo for 2 years now, and I absolutely love it compared to the US. I'm originally from Georgia. So first and foremost, the weather. It rains so much where I'm from, and it's literally sunny and beautiful every single day here. I think it's rained 5 to 7 times in the 2 years since I've been here. So some people might not like that, but for me, I just love the consistency of knowing every day it's going to be sunny and beautiful, and you don't have to plan your life around the weather like I did growing up. The second most relevant reason for loving Cabo is the cost of living. So I mentioned in this video that filler is half the price of what it is in the US. Botox is $5 a unit, which is even less than half price. Renting, food, everything is less. Obviously, if you're going to resorts and places where it's going to be upcharged, that's different, but overall cost of living, your dollar just stretches so much better here. Another thing is that as an American, obviously you have an ability to create opportunities for yourself here that you wouldn't necessarily have in the States. I started a private chef business down here, just knowing that I could cook and I could market myself and get clients because it's a place where people hire private chefs really consistently. I've also started modeling in my 30s, and I get booked for resorts and commercials and stuff like that. I never would have thought in a million years I would do that. I've always wanted to model, and I wasn't booking stuff like that in Atlanta, but in Cabo, I make a good second income from that. There are 2 downsides. Obviously, there's a language barrier. I'm not fluent in Spanish, but I am learning, and I'm definitely getting better. And a lot of people speak English here, so you can kind of get by. And then there are a lot of stray dogs. So that's like the hardest thing, is seeing dogs and just wanting to rescue them all, and it breaks my heart. But there are a lot of rescue efforts, and I have friends involved in them, and I wish I had the ability to do that. I can't handle it. Also too, healthcare is accessible, so you can walk into any of the hundreds of pharmacies around and just buy what you need. And as a diabetic, I can walk in without a prescription and buy insulin for cheap, which compared to the States is life-changing. One of the benefits that I didn't anticipate that has been incredible is the amount of amazing girlfriends that I've made here, and kind of like our little girly community that we have. There are so many cool, beautiful, down-to-earth girls kind of in my age range that live down here, and some are married, some have kids, some are single, but we all just kind of gravitate toward each other because, you know, we're doing something different and we have that in common. So it's really been amazing to make so many girlfriends. But yeah, overall it is so much better. There's way less rules and restrictions, and just life is kind of like how it was 20 years ago even. So I get to see the beach every day. That does not suck. It makes me super happy. Let me know if you have questions.
Let me tell you who can make a killing down here. So I get everything I need done here for very low. I get my nails done, I can get a facial, I can get my eyebrows microbladed, I can get my lashes done, I can get a massage. I can do all these things, right, for like less than like $200. But what I can't get done is my hair. I miss being in a chair so bad. I'm telling y'all, Chicago stylists, there's a huge Black community in Mexico. If y'all did a tour in Mexico City, if you did tour in Playa and come to Vallarta, you will make a killing. I'm telling you, braids, a silk press. All I'm saying is, Black hairstylists, don't be afraid. Come to Mexico, do a tour. So our hair.
I've been living in Mexico for 4 months, and I've traveled to a couple of countries solo. I've gotten the question a couple of times, where do I start? I really hate to simplify the first step, but here goes. To believe you can. That's the first step. Believing that you can. I think a lot of times we talk ourselves out of beautiful opportunities and great experiences because of fear, obviously, which is an understandable emotion, but you said you want to live. You said you want to do these amazing things. You said you don't want to be stuck. You said that you want to experience this and the third, but you don't believe you can. In order to do, you have to believe. And I think that's what separates a lot of dreamers from people who execute. And it may be standing in front of your happiness. So believe you can, because you can.